Good morning. We are about to get started with the second to last day of the USA2 Open Finals. Two-day match, Wolfson against Rosenthal. Wolfson has been on a complete tear ever since getting knocked down into the lower bracket. They played up against Bailey. Got a forfeit win, winning by over 100. Played up yesterday against Shorey. Another forfeit win, winning by over 100. Now they're up against Rosenthal. Rosenthal has had a bit of a tough run coming through the lower bracket. They had a sizable win up against Goodman, mostly in the last segment, in fact. I mean, the match was very, very close heading into this last set. Rosenthal won the final segment by 66 to take the victory. And then yesterday up against Nickel, a bit of a back-and-forth match. They pulled ahead in the fifth segment, and even though Nickel fought back hard, Rosenthal was able to take the victory ultimately. So, looks to me like Wolfson is going to have the edge coming into this match based on past performance, but we'll see how it goes. I think the boards have just started, so let's get into one of the tables. Let's take a look at... We'll watch this table. We haven't given Aaron and Andrew any screen time. Want to watch Mexstroth. What is this auction? What did I walk into? Wait, this looked like one of these... So you reach the contract of 6 heart problems, and so they just put in like pass, 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 6 hearts, all pass. But that's not what happened. This is a real auction that happened at the table. 1 no, pass, 6 hearts? Unbelievable. And on this diamond lead, this is just going to be cold. Yeah, Vugraph Operator lost the auction. Hey Raj, hopefully you've traveled back okay, or if you're still at the event, your travel plans are all settled, but sorry that you guys didn't make it through. Tough showing. You played up against some good teams and put on a good performance. So 1 mo past 6 hearts. Hey Eric, happy to be home, glad to hear it. Plenty more tournaments out there. I mean, I'm excited for American Bridge. We have a lot of good teams. I think we'll select some pretty good candidates for the Bermuda Bowl this year. Declare is just going to rough their speed. Rough a diamond back to hand, and with the diamonds breaking, this is going to be all 13 tricks. Hey Welsh Rabbit, good morning / late night. No transfers at the 6th level. I mean, you could have transferred to the no trump opener. I wonder if West's idea was that he wanted to protect the spade holding a little bit. Ace-10 third. Sometimes getting that let into can blow a trick. Sometimes getting a diamond let into could help out with the void. You know, if dummy has like King Jack or something, you could pick off a diamond trick at trick 1 without costing a trick. But you could also try and protect partner's club holding, transfer, and then 6 hearts. I think Aaron just wanted to play the hand. Alright, second board. Let's get into it. Berkowitz gets to open a diamond in second seat. 2 no trump by West. Looks like a pretty good bid. Once again, Aaron is not messing around. He's like, there's no way I'm letting partner declare. We're just going to overcall hard and we're going to bid clubs next. Some pairs would play like an intermediate range. I'm not sure that this hand would be good enough to qualify. The suit spots are not very good in either hearts or clubs. So I think Aaron has just decided that he's going to declare every hand. A diamond, a heart, double showing 4 or 5 spades by Mextroth. Popular treatment, nowadays at least. Rosenthal bids 2 diamonds, limit raise and hearts. Probably a support double by South if they have that available. They could have a 5-3 spade fit from his perspective. And then I wonder what Aaron's going to do. He might just bid 4 hearts to preempt the auction. If he wanted to... I was going to say if he wanted to clue his partner in as to what's happening, he could try 3 clubs. But I think we've seen that that's not his plan coming into today's set. So support double, 3 spades. I like 4 hearts. Favorable. I mean, for one thing, your side might just make the game, and even if you don't make the game, if you're allowed to play 4 hearts undoubled, it can't be that bad. Well, Jeff does not have a very good hand. King third of hearts is fine, but it's not a good holding. He has a 9 count with no aces. So he just passes. We'll get Queen of Spades lead, holds trick 1, and then Mextroth will just switch to a diamond, his partner's suit, or Jack of Spades holds trick 1, and then a diamond switch. Yeah, they're missing some spot cards. Didn't I say that at the start of the deal? Well, North-South weren't making much, I don't think. They lose a couple of hearts, they lose a couple of spades, a couple of clubs. A fast or a slow down one? I think it's going to be pretty fast. Because after 2 rounds of diamonds, there's really nothing to do other than play for, you know, maybe a defensive error. If North has King Doubleton of Hearts and doesn't cover the Jack. Mextroth knows from the support double. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Wait. 6 of spades. 6 of spades. 6 of spades. Can he make this? I guess I didn't really think too hard about it. So spade ruffed, Jack of Hearts, club over, spade... Yeah, it's not good enough. I guess Mextroth can always switch to diamonds. I was going to say, oh man, David might have screwed this up by giving what looks like a suit preference for clubs. I mean, the Ace of Spades gets marked after the Jack of Spades wins, and therefore I think David's spot cards should be suit preference. But yeah, declare, unfortunately, it just doesn't have the entries to do everything. You can ruff the spade good and play a club back, but Mextroth can ruff in and switch to diamonds. So, ultimately, I think actually really good defense by Mextroth. Like, he thought for a while after that Jack of Spades held, and he was probably just like, I don't know why partner wants me to switch to clubs, but I'm going to do what partner wants. I think a bit of a lazy play by Berkowitz there. The 6 of spades rather than the 7. Doesn't end up costing. Kevin says it was making if he just won the club and dummy. Oh, wait, so it was just making. Was I crazy? Yeah, he could have won the club and dummy and ruffed a spade and then taken the heart finesse. Yeah, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. Maybe Aaron should let his partner declare some hands if he's going to play like that. Good call, Kevin. Thank you. Well, pretty big error by Berkowitz then, given that Declare could have made this thing. Whoops. Big whoops. We'll just call it a Grosvenor, so that everyone feels better about themselves. Pass. We got a pretty big hand in the north, 20 highs, opens 2-no. This is just a Texas transfer? I mean, it feels kind of weird. If our hand's not good enough to preempt, are we really Texasing into 4 spades? Non-vulnerable? Maybe we should. We have a singleton club. Sometimes the singleton club is a working card. I don't know. How much do we need for 4 spades to make? We need, like... Looks like David's decided to just sign off in 3 spades. Let's say partner has, like, queen, 4th of clubs. So, like, not much wasted, but of course they're going to have something. So we have 18 high card points to play with to try and hold our other losers to 2. Nah, it's probably too much. Will Lankin open 3 spades? How is he already on tilt? We haven't even started the match. I don't get it. We're 1 board in. What happened to them on the first hand? They even won an imp. Why is he already on tilt? I don't know. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. David did decide to effectively Texas. So for them, 2-no trump past 4 hearts or 2-no trump past 4 diamonds is a slam try. So this is just a weak sign-off. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually play this style. I know I've heard of it. Eric says, think quite a few will open favorable. I don't think so in this field, but... Meckwell used to play this style? Okay, gotcha. Well then that's probably the initiator for suggesting it in this partnership. If Mexstroth likes it. So 10 of diamonds lead around to the king. What chances does Declare have? Spades are 4-1. All of the hearts are offside. They're also 4-2. Queen 10, 9 of diamonds are off. This is not going to play very well, is it? Am I insane for thinking that South should just transfer and drop 3 spades? Might be a push. Well, they're in 4 spades in the other room, so I suspect it probably will be a push. Alright, 2 rounds of spades. East can pitch in an encouraging diamond or something. Or a heart. Yeah, there are just no tricks whatsoever. I guess Declare could have done slightly better by roughing a bunch of clubs in the south hand, using the ace-king of spades as entries. I mean, he didn't know that spades were splitting badly. But, like, win the opening lead, ace of clubs club ruff, spade to the ace club ruff, spade to the king club ruff. We get a bunch of ruffs with small trumps. I can guarantee you East is just going to go queen of diamonds diamond. Well, Shrabbit asked, do we have any idea who the third pair for the Kaplan team will be? I don't think they're going to choose until the tournament is completely over. So until... I mean, for one thing, Eddie Wold has committed to playing in the seniors if he qualifies on his senior team. So he's definitely up in the air. Kevin says, down 3 on a promotion. Good point. We could get down 3 on a promotion. We might get down 3 on a promotion, but yeah, good call. Looks like Queen of Diamonds Diamond doesn't blow a trick. Diamond or club, Andrew? You have 2 diamonds and 1 club. A 2/3 chance to get this one right. Hey, look at that. Alright, good defense. Three down. And the other room also went 3 down, it looks like. Yeah, at the start of the tournament, somehow you are required, if you're playing in multiple of the events, you have to decide which team is taking priority if you win both. And so Wold committed to playing the seniors instead of the Open before the tournament started. I don't know why he made that decision, don't ask me, but that was the choice he made. But I do think that's one of the things they would probably wait for before picking the 3rd pair for the team. Ah, if the senior team's sponsored, that would make sense. 2 passes go around to Rosenthal, opens a diamond in 3rd seat. Lovely hand for 3-3-11. 1 spade overcall, negative double. 2 diamonds by Mextroth. How much do we value Queen Doubleton in the opponent's suit? We're past hand, so we can be a little bit liberal with our limit raises here. Yeah, they might need 3 players. Oh, yeah, okay, yes, 2 hearts, not 2 diamonds. That's the one. So this is just a constructive raise to 2 spades. Transfers over one of a major double. Good point. Kind of weird for 2 diamonds to show hearts here in this exact auction. Two spades by Berkowitz. That's gonna end the auction here. They've got 4 quick losers, and it looks like Declare shouldn't have any issue roughing the 4th round of diamonds, or the 3rd round of diamonds. So up with the queen, spade to the king, spade to the ace, diamond to the ace, king of diamonds, diamond rough. Some line of play like that. Just make sure you're safe for your contract before you do anything else. So it feels like 140 here, unless something else goes horribly wrong on defense. Whoa. Diamond to the ace. King of diamonds. Okay. I mean, this is going to work just fine. You hope that Eddie's team loses so that he can win the Bermuda Bowl? East-West are going to need to get these trumps going to prevent a heart ruff. Aaron is like, I need to make sure that partner understands we're supposed to play spade, so overtake the king of hearts with the ace, spade through. We don't need to spend too much time discussing whether or not Wold is playing the seniors. He's playing the seniors. He's committed to playing that event. If he wins the seniors, he'll be playing in Herning on the senior team. Spade. Spade. Any trumps? They do have a good senior team. Oh my god, Queen of Hearts. Spade. I mean, we're counting out Declare's hand, right? So the 10 of hearts has to be Declare's lowest heart. They must have... Hey, we found the spade switch. Looks like this is going to be 140. Same tricks they took in the other room. Good defense, guys. Mexstroth, 1 diamond. So a diamond, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 3 hearts, something like that to start the auction. They'll find their heart fit. Just absolutely Jones cold for 6 of either red suit, with that Queen Jack of Hearts dropping. I guess 6 diamonds could potentially make on a round suit squeeze against West if the opponents didn't get off to club leads fast enough. I mean, obviously everything makes with the Queen Jack of Hearts falling doubleton. I think they'll just settle into 4 hearts, seems pretty likely. That's what the other table did. Oh, actually, the other table at the auction started a diamond, a heart, 2 hearts. A little bit surprising that that South just didn't want to get the game force off his chest immediately. Berkowitz also starts a diamond, a heart. I have no idea the logistics, Eric. I never played in multiple events. I was unable to compete in the seniors for some reason. Time to look at the conditions of contest. Well, this might make the auction exciting. A diamond, a heart, 3 hearts by Mexstroth. Ooh. Berkowitz has a really good hand now. I mean, his trumps are terrible, but ace, king, and the queen and partner's diamond suit? The Wolfson team winning would cause problems with the Wolfson team in the seniors. Yeah, I don't know what the procedure is. If Wolfson prefers to play in the Open and they win the Open first, are they going to drop out of the seniors? I'm not sure. I mean, I assume we would play serious and non-serious here. As South. So whether it's 3 spades or 3 no would be a non-serious try, and 4 clubs, or whatever the cubid would be a serious slam try. Why are conditions of contest a Google Docs file? I think it's actually pretty normal to have Google Docs for conditions of contest these days, at least for online events. Berkowitz just decides to bid keycard. We're going to get 2 without. Oh, that's not good news for him. But wait. What if they still get to... I think it's going to be hard for Berkowitz to do anything other than sign off in 5 hearts here. Raj says they're not yet in a game force. Yeah, I think this is one of these auctions where it would still be helpful to play serious and non-serious. So like the 3 no trump bid would establish a game force at the time you make that bid. And do you really ever want to play 3 no trump when the auction starts like this? I think the answer is no. Like, there might be hands where it would be useful to play in 3-no, but I think that playing serious or non-serious would be more helpful. That's my suspicion, but I think it's probably a matter of partnership agreement. 5 diamonds, 2 key cards, no queen of trumps. Berkowitz is going to be very nervous that 6 diamonds is making now. Because if partner has the same hand but with the stiff queen of spades instead of stiff jack, then you can pull trumps and diamonds and pitch all your hearts on the ace king of spades. Raj says, play 3 spades asking for shortness, next step showing shortness. That's a good treatment. I actually really like that. That's a good use of that bidding space. Yeah, the queen of clubs would also be a card, but I don't think Berkowitz can do anything about it because partner doesn't need to have a long diamond suit for this 3 heart bid. Partner could just be, 5-4-3-1 or something. King 5th of diamonds. So I think 6 diamonds would have been a reasonable bid by South over 5 diamonds, but he decides to just let it go. Queen of clubs lead. So what's Declare's plan? Heart to the ace. He'll see an honor pop up. I don't think we can pick off 4 1 hearts. I just don't think that we have the ability to do so. Because if hearts are 4-1, West can just force out the king of hearts, and we don't ever get to access the diamond suit. We would need the King of Hearts as a late entry to the diamonds. Unless it's like singleton ace. So I'm pretty sure there's no way we can make it. I mean, against good defense, if hearts are 4-1. Like, we can pick off the heart suit for just one loser, but we can never get back to the dummies diamonds. I mean, he might play a diamond to the queen now. If the defense makes an error, like we lead a diamond, East tops up with the ace and switches to spades or something, now we can safety play the heart suit, at least a little bit. I don't know, David's musing this problem over. He's trying to come up with any sensible plan to make this if the hearts are actually 4-1. I suspect Larry would be a good choice for, well, NPC, I think, is one thing that he could do. He could probably also be a coach for one of the teams. Aren't the two roles often combined? Yeah. Alright, diamond to the queen. West does decide to scoop up the ace, plays the diamond suit back to cut communications. But there's really just nothing Declare can do if West still has all three hearts. We're back in this position. Oh, that's an interesting tidbit, Matt says, that the NPC has to be eligible to play. Yeah, Kevin says, like, it's possible that he could hope for an error on defense. I think if we flip-flop east-west at the table, that might be a better chance. But I think West is trusting East Diamond signal and can see the entryless dummy. Some problems just don't have a solution, David. I think that's the answer here. You can be upset with yourself for not getting to the better 5-diamond contract later. But right now, I think you just cash the King of Hearts and you're like, oh, look, that was lucky. Queen Jack Doubleton. There it is. Queen Jack Doubleton. South has claimed early. What if Rosenthal has made the excellent false card of playing the Jack and then the Queen from Queen Jack 9 4th? Alright, East gets to open a club in first seed, or is Andrew going to pass? It's 11, but it's a good 11. 5-4-3-1, no wasted honors, decent 5-card suit. I don't think we will hear anything about a third pair before the entirety of the trials is over. I know people just like really want to fill out the team and be like, okay, now we know who's going, but I'm pretty sure there's just not going to be a discussion until the entire end of the senior trials. Danny says, any hand with a stiff spade is not a great hand for opening light. Rebid problems? Just rebid a no trump. I think it's true that sometimes if you open light, the opponents have an easier time getting to their spade fit. So that's a bit of a concern sometimes. Yeah, West has a really good hand. He starts with 2 spades. North bids 3 clubs, showing a good spade raise. 3 spades by Berkowitz. Are we going to see another multi-level jump to the 6th level? I think that would be a bit much currently. Partner doesn't need to have both aces, I don't believe. But it's not that far off. Four diamonds, key card? Well, that'll do it. Okay, except East is going to show 2 without. East should show 2 with, I think, with 5 of them. But East is going to show 2 without. Now how do we feel as West? Because East hasn't showed clubs yet. East didn't, like, double 3 clubs or anything. Yeah, the King of Hearts would be a good enough card. 1 ace and the King of Clubs, as well as club length. Club length. Kevin says slam force. Stiff spade is known. East might be known to have 5 clubs. Okay, yeah, let's think about that. 1. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm on board now. Yes. Yep. Alright, chat is always correct. I knew I should always listen to you. No, 1444 opens a diamond. Okay, yeah, so 5 clubs is known. So Aaron worked this all out. Let's just ask for key cards. East is like thinking. 4 no trump, 2 no queen. I think East should show the queen, for what it's worth. East doesn't know that West knows they have 5 clubs. He is going to try for a grand, yeah. I mean, all you need is the Heart King on top of this. He's definitely thinking through now the implications of the auction. I thought he probably did that before bidding keycard, but yeah, 5 diamonds, so this is going to confirm all of the keycards and the trump queen and ask for kings. East is going to say no kings. So this will be a huge pickup for Rosenthal. The other table gets to play 5 diamonds doubled in the other room. How did they get to 5 diamonds? Oh, East, the coward, passed in the other room, so South did as well. North overcalled a diamond after a 1 club opener. So Garner was basically in the same position that Silverstein was here at this table. I mean, a bit of a different auction, but it feels very similar in the other room. And Garner just chose to sign off at the 5 level. Hey, Shift. Yeah, he could have splintered, he could have, I mean, done the same thing and just bid keycard. I know that he's off the heart suit, but you might assume that partner's opening bid promises some values somewhere. So Silverstein wins this round, Steve. Silverstein 1, Garner 0. We're keeping score. Spade Ruff, try the Heart Queen. Nope, just claim 12 tricks. Looks good. No misspellings on Lutbridge. They got the players' names entered correctly. First big swing goes to Rosenthal. They're up 15-0 over Wolfson. So pass by South. Is Aaron going to open 2 spades on that west hand? Yeah, another hand, 6-4 in the black suits. West says no, we're not opening. So a heart opening from North. We'll get 2 diamond overcall from East. You think he might have in first seat? It is a lot less appealing in second. Then again, we've seen some unappealing auctions from Silverstein in general today. So I think sometimes he takes a liberty with his choices when playing with Andrew. So 2 diamond overcall. Is Berkowitz going to splinter? Or is Berkowitz going to just bid whatever their limit raises, 3 diamonds or 2 no? Yeah, the 2 diamond overcall is really going to put a damper on West's hand, and so I don't think he's ever going to come in. Unless East decides to make a takeout double at some point. East-West are never going to find their spade fit. The other room got to 5 spades undoubled, went down a trick. And it was all thanks to a 2 spade opener from Wolfson in second seat. Most experts don't splinter in new suits. Why is that? I don't actually know. I'm seriously asking because I am not a bidding person. Bidding theory mostly escapes me. 2-0 from Berkowitz. Good 4-card heart suit. Or good 4-card heart support. 4 hearts from Mexstroth. All pass. And Declare holding just a spade, a diamond, and a club to lose is going to bring this home, so a swing going back in the way of Wolfson. Oh, fit showing jumps by past hand. Of course, of course. I would play that too. I just completely forgot. It's a good thing I wasn't sitting south. We might have had a misunderstanding. Although, oddly enough, I would have preempted the opponent's outbidding spades. It would have been a brilliant misunderstanding. How bad would 4 spades by East have been over 4 hearts? I mean, I think 4 spades would be bad. East could double. Maybe East should double 4 hearts. Singleton heart, good spade suit, so 4 spades could easily be 4 spades could easily make. Your partner doesn't need much, like Jack 5th of spades and the Ace of clubs or something. And 4 spades is probably making, if you pick off the diamond suit. Maybe you should double heart? No. No. 2 diamonds is good. I think he should just double 4 hearts. But committing to 4 spades all on your own by East is too much. The psychic fit showing jump? You think I'm going to come up with these problem solutions for my bidding panel questions? Probably not. Danny says equal level correction people would double 1 heart for sure. I don't think I've ever successfully played equal level correction. I've played in partnerships where it happens and I just don't know how to handle those hands, so it seemed like it never really worked out for us. But I guess some people still swear by it. A diamond by West, a spade by East. Berkowitz comes in with a late 2 club overcall, getting that lead direct in. 3 spades by West. Probably about the right amount. I could see a 4 club bid instead by West, but this is fine. Maybe it didn't work because I didn't know the name of the convention. It probably didn't work because I didn't get any information. It was just like, well, if you double and then bid and then pull to the next higher suit, it shows it shows the other 2 suits. Equal level conversion? I think I had heard it as equal level correction. Well, anyway, yeah, it definitely didn't work. EPL says that would show extras. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's the whole point. Like, when you double, and, like, if you double and you have diamonds and spades there, and your partner bids clubs and you bid 2 diamonds, it doesn't show extras anymore. It's not extras with a big hand. With a big hand, you would have to, like, double and cubid or something. I don't get it. It's... We should stop talking about this. I'm just gonna make myself look dumber. Well, Mexstroth doubled 3 spades, looking for a heart fit, and now they've been allowed to play 5 or 4 clubs undoubled. The other table got all the way up to 5 clubs, north-south. Two diamonds and 2 spades to cash off the top. Declare doesn't even need to guess hearts with that ace-king of diamonds on side. So this will be minus 50, but still a nice swing going the way of Wolfson. They'll take the lead by 2, it looks like. This should be 6 imps. BZL says, based on the absurd shapes I've seen people making takeout doubles on, maybe it's time for ELC to make a comeback. I think that's just a European thing. I'm pretty sure Europeans just like to make takeout doubles. East has decided he wanted to be on lead for some reason, so overtook the Queen of Spades. 6 imps to Wolfson. They've retaken the lead. The other room is on board 11, by the way, so we're a little bit behind them. Real men just play their 4-2 fits. That's true. I think I have seen that actually happen a couple of times in this event as well. 1 heart from Mexstroth. Are we going to see the Michaels bid now? I mean, if we're trying to be consistent with Aaron's bidding from earlier, we would overcall spade on this hand. But I suspect Rosenthal is going to overcall 2 hearts. Yeah, Kaplan-Kolesnik played a 4-1 fit earlier. I think we've seen a couple of 4-2 fits. I don't know what David's going to do over 2 hearts. I guess we just bid 3 hearts. Alright, 2 hearts. Spades and a minor. 3 hearts. I just don't think 4-3-3 is good enough for 2-0 on the south cards. So 3 hearts effectively mixed is fine. Three hearts, 3 spades by Silverstein? Maybe? 4 spades by Silverstein? I mean, those are really good trumps, but the rest of the hand is pretty bad. I don't really know East's tendencies. If East is very aggressive, then you probably can't bid 4 spades with the West hand. What is David thinking about? Maybe he's thinking about bidding 4 hearts. Maybe I'm frozen. I'm not. Yeah, having no defense is, like, fine on the West hand, because if you just bid 4 spades directly, you're less likely to get doubled. So if you can play 4 spades undoubled down 2, you might win a swing that way. I mean, as it turns out, 4 spades is probably going to make. Declare just has 2 clubs and a spade to lose. I don't know what South is doing. He bids 3 diamonds. Alright, let's find out what this is. A mixed heart raise. Maybe, actually, yeah, okay, maybe South was just thinking about his system, because apparently they're not playing, you know, they're playing something fancy here. Maybe 3 hearts is purely preemptive. Maybe 3 hearts is a raise with 3 card support, and 3 diamonds shows 4. Well, Aaron bid 4 spades. Yeah, there's no club rough coming. North only has 1 trump, so... Mextroth bid 5 hearts. But East-West have done really well. They bid to their best contract for their side, and that has forced North-South too high. Man, East passed? Oh my. East has Ace, King, Queen of Diamonds, a good opening lead, a partner who's bidding vulnerable. Whew. But they do only beat at 1. I think you gotta protect your plus scores, East, here. If your partner thought they were making a vulnerable game, sometimes the opponents are going for 500 here. Can't let them get off for 150. Alright, 3 rounds of diamonds. They all cash. And that will be 5 hearts down 1. So big swing going back the way of Rosenthal here, where they did not get to their spade fit in the other room. I'm going to see, how did that happen? It did start a heart 2 hearts. South ended up showing a limit raise, I think. And then Wolfson basically just gave up on the West hand. He showed a little bit of spades, but didn't want to compete to the 4 level. Alright, pass by East in first seat. South gets to open no trump, a club. Probably a club is what he'll choose. So a club, a diamond, a heart, 4 diamonds? I don't know, what do we do with the East hand over a club, a diamond, a heart? You could double if you're looking for a spade fed, if that's what it means. Four diamonds might be a bit thin as a passed hand. You don't have a singleton anywhere. A lot of your values are in the opponent's heart suit. I mean, I'm only really tempted by 4 diamonds because I feel like if the opponents bid 4 hearts, we have a good chance to beat it. Turns out that is not the case on this lie of the cards. He decides to go with 2 hearts. Some sort of limit raise in diamonds. 3 hearts by Berkowitz. Pass by Silverstein. He doesn't have anything. This probably passes back around to Rosenthal. Yeah, and then what? Four diamonds now? Or do we just sell out? It's a lot of black suit losers, but he does take the plunge to 4 diamonds. Imagine how sick you'll feel if Mextroth balances 4 hearts here. Because there's just nothing to the play. Trumps are 2-2. There's no ruff coming anywhere. I mean, South opened a club. Mextroth is thinking about it. It sounds like finesses might be working through East's hand. I don't know. A 6-4 bid one more has been called. If he could just massage one of those clubs over into the heart suit, he would be 6-4. The 3 heart bid from South, I don't think necessarily shows extras. I mean, it probably denies having a really, really terrible opening bid with 4-card heart support. Mextroth just lets it go, so they'll be plus 100 against this contract as long as Declare picks off the spade suit, which he might not. Club opening lead. So will Berkowitz win the queen at trick 1 or win the ace? He goes up with the ace. To return a club. So Mextroth just decides to passively exit a heart. Makes sense. The defense needs to take the diamond ace and get out of their hand, otherwise they will kind of end play themselves into breaking the spade suit. Berkowitz does work it out, otherwise Declare would have been able to win the Diamond King, ruff a club, and exit a diamond, so ace of diamonds and a diamond, and now Declare is in a position where he's going to have to guess spades. I think he's going to get this right. So Berkowitz is turned up with the ace-queen of clubs. Because North didn't lead a club from king-queen. So, and South didn't win the king of clubs at trick 1. So South is turned up with the ace-queen of clubs. He's turned up with the nothing in hearts, the ace of diamonds, and probably the ace of spades for the opening bid. If he had the jack of spades, he would have opened a no trump. So I think what Declare is going to do is he'll cross to the 7 of diamonds to the 8 in hand, and he'll lead the 10 of spades for a reverse finesse in the spade suit. And then if it goes 10, Jack, Queen, Ace. Oh, well, this makes things easy. I was certain he was going to lead the 10. He would have had 5 of diamonds to get over to dummy to take a spade finesse later through South's 9. Surrounding play, whatever you call it. I think it's called a reverse finesse. On to the next board. Board 11. So South gets to open a heart. West is no longer going to bid a heart. So a heart past 2 diamonds. Anyone for a 2 spade overcall from East? What if you just have a good save? It's probably a terrible decision. You don't really want a spade lead, but you also don't really want a club lead. Anyway, East will probably pass. We'll get a... I think these guys bid 2 hearts with the South hand here. I'm pretty sure 3 clubs for them would show extras. Nope, looks like they bid 2 no. Down 3 or 4 and what, 4 spades? I don't think we're going to get to 4 spades when partner has queen and 1. Or are you talking about 2 spades? Is 2 spades down 3 or 4? Wait, are we actually in that much trouble? Maybe we are. I mean, it could be pretty bad if the defense was double dummy. Cash the ace king of clubs, cash the ace king of spades, and exit a spade. Well, in 3, no trump declarer doesn't seem to have too many issues. Club up with the 10, declare overtakes with the jack to run the queen of diamonds. So East will win the 2nd diamond, hopefully, and push a club back through. Do you unblock the heart ace? Wins the 2nd diamond, hopefully. I guess the answer is probably not. Alright, declare just claims his 10 tricks. Simple enough. Whoa. Whoa! Well, something fun happened in the other room on this board. How did they get to 7 spades down 1? These guys are having a good time. So at the other table, North opened a club, a diamond overcall, a spade by South, 3 diamonds, mixed by West, and then they just... North bid pick a slam and South chose the grand slam. Well, they... Hold on. Wait. This was the auction at the other table. Pick a slam. South picked a slam. North should have been more specific about what level slam to to play. Okay, let's see where these guys get then. We're starting out with the exact same auction. 3 diamonds that this table is weak instead of mixed. Some pair bid Gerber, and then Super Gerber found out about all the aces and kings and took their 8 tricks and 7 no trump. Yeah. Kevin says on a non-Trump lead, they did only need 3 clubs. You could... Are you saying on a diamond lead? I guess it doesn't matter. It's like, let's say they lead a club, play a spade to the 9, ace of diamonds, club ruff, spade to the king, club ruff, and now the club's cash. You're absolutely right. Wait, so then... Wait, so are we saying that Chris Willenkin took a nullo line of play in 7 spades? What happened in the other room? Let me just look. He got a diamond lead. He won the ace. Club to the ace. Spade over. Club ruff. Spade over. Club ruff. Cash some spades. Whoa! Okay, never mind. I take it all back. I know I should stop asking questions sometimes. Alright, South balances 4 diamonds. We're kind of following the auction from the other room. I think we have a slight deviation now with 4 spades. The Trump lead against the 7 level should be automatic. It often is. It's often a good idea to lead a Trump against 7 level contracts because it is pretty infrequent that declares losers in the Trump suit itself. We all know we should lead our doubleton. That's what we've learned over the course of the week. Yeah, I saw the last set. I don't remember which table you're talking about. I was following the Rosenthal versus Nickel match. There was a grand at one table and like 3 no trump in the other room. I do remember that one. Do I know excellent commentators, Cassidy asked? Yeah, we have some in the chat. Danny is an excellent commentator. It was 4 spades versus 7 spades. Thank you. I know I saw the board, I just don't remember anything about it. Berkowitz has bid 6 spades, so I guess we're about to find out. Rob Brady, you think I should get in touch with that guy? Aaron has led a heart, so now it doesn't even matter what Declare does. What do we think about the heart lead? I think a heart has a lot going for it from West. I don't think a diamond has a lot going for it. These jumps to slam are always a void in you and your partner's suit, so diamond would just get roughed. Declare decided to ride the heart around to the king. Okay. Now a heart to the ace. Well, when the queen drops, he's just going to claim ace of diamonds, pitch a club, or 2 rounds of spades, then ace of diamonds, pitch a club. Early claim, David. What if someone roughs the ace of diamonds? You should be more careful next time. Make sure you pull trump. 17 imps for Wolfson. 6 spades making in this room. Brings the match almost back to even. Wolfson up by 7. They're never going to learn at the other table, will they? Although, to be fair, like, this is a pretty good 6-spade contract, right? It's on one of 2 hooks. This one we can forgive them for reaching. So diamond by north. Are we bidding 2 clubs yet with the south hand, or are we just bidding a heart? I guess we're bidding a heart. Heart by south. 2 spades or 1 spade from Mexstrop? Two? Maybe? I mean, what do we need? We need, like, 3 small spades and the king of diamonds, like queen third of spades and a doubleton diamond, and we're just, like, cold for a spade game. Probably want to game force this north hand. Alright, 2 spades. Either natural or game forcing diamond 1 suitor. Very cool. This is kind of neat. This saves space. A lot of pairs would play like the 3 club jump shift is often like multi-way, but being able to stick the diamond 1 suitor and 2 spades is pretty good. Oh, really, Babs? Oh, that's actually awesome. I'm glad to hear it. No, I know that he was very thankful, or very grateful for me sending all of my videos to him. He said he binge-watched the entire thing every day. Or in one sitting, basically. So, we'll see. I mean, maybe if I don't completely make a fool of myself, I'll just be like a permanent panelist on the thing. But currently I'm only scheduled to be a guest panelist for the month of whatever it is, May. Doug says, don't think anyone has 10 diamonds. I mean, it doesn't cost to cash 2 spades first. But yes, there was no risk in going down on that previous board. David just cashed the ace of diamonds, pitching a club. I'm really glad that he sent out all the info to everyone, so thanks for telling me. He did also tell me, because we've been in contact via email. Alright, 3 spades by north, natural. So we showed the 6-5. Berkowitz can now investigate the slam. So 4 club cubed, 4 diamond cubed, key card from south, maybe? Probably key card from south. Yeah, I think south is just going to have to bid key card. I don't like it because we don't know if partner is 5062 or 5260 or 5161. I would really like to know that information. Because opposite a club void and a doubleton heart, the south hand is a bit worse than opposite a heart void and a doubleton club. Oh! Clever, clever, Jeff. 4 hearts. Well, now I figured out what I wanted to know is south. Partner has a heart control. Oh, okay. Okay. I see you. I bet Jeff just expects that we're going to have enough information to understand that he has to have a diamond control. So he was bypassing 4 diamonds to show off that he actually has hearts controlled. This is a cool try by Mexstroth, and it looks like it's going to work for no trump. So we'll get 3 key cards, and then we'll bid 6 spades. Very cool bid. 4 hearts. I like it. Alright, 5 clubs shows 3. We're missing a key card, so we'll just sign off in the slam. Singleton diamond lead. Yeah, so Singleton diamond lead. I think we're just gonna go down 1. I know that West could have the diamond king and could lead a diamond. I don't know, maybe we should take the diamond hook. This is gross. Why did we get to 6 spades? Can't I just play at the 4 level? I mean, they don't always lead a diamond, right? Oh, also East is on lead. Oh, that's so much better. Well, now we are just going to go down 1. Okay. I forgot. How'd they get to spades from the south in the other room? Now I'm really confused. I need to go back and look at their auction over there. Wait, they didn't! It's 6 spades from the north. You know, I've learned my lesson, chat. You know what? 6 spades from the north, it went down 2. We're not going to ask any more questions. We're just going to move on. Okay. Very good. So let's watch Mexstroth go down 1 in this contract because everything's offside. I mean, I guess he might go down 2 by taking a diamond finesse immediately. Maybe this is exactly what happened. Now that I'm reconsidering the line of play a little bit. Oh boy, no diamond ruff. Okay. Well, I think we figured out how it went down 2 in the other room. What was the third trick? Third trick where? In the other room or in this room? Third trick here was another club to the king and south. Oh, they probably lost a diamond ruff. It was probably this exact line of play that we saw, and a diamond from east back after winning the king, which gave their partner a ruff. Because Declare didn't pull trumps. It was the same line of play that Mextroth took, I assume. I'm not going to look. But I think that's what happened. Because Mextroth was concerned about 4-1 diamonds the other way with West having the king. So if he had tried to pull a round of trumps and trumps didn't split, and then he played a diamond to the queen, and then pulled another trump, and then crossed back, he would have no way to ruff the diamond suit good. Passed out, 9 imps to oh boy. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. Wait. Yeah, Mextroth had an opening bid in 4th seat. He would have opened. No. But they've already seen the hand. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Jeff. Oh, no. Yeah, Aaron called the TD. He realized that Mextroth misclicked, but I don't know if they can go back. Well, that's too bad. The dangers of playing with tablets. I mean, you could do the same thing in real life. It's a little bit of a different mechanical failure, but you could have the same sort of thing happen in real life, so it kind of sucks, but you live with the error. And this is the last board of the set. Board 15. I guess we'll probably wait here until the TD shows up to resolve the issue, but I don't think there's anything they can do. The tablets probably could be configured, but then you would have to set it up so that it's like you can confirm your bids and plays, and I don't think anyone wants to do that either. Like, I would rather have one misclick happen in a 120 board match than have to confirm every single time I played a card or made a bid. I think it would just slow the game down way too much if we have to confirm everything, and also it would add a little bit of extra anxiety to me because, like, I don't want to always be questioned about whether or not I want to do the thing that I just told the tablet to do. Yeah, you can choose different settings. I just don't feel like this sort of customization is all that relevant to the problem at hand. Yeah, the size of the button would be nice. There's probably ways that you can do it. Will says, when you select a bid, it shows the bid on the screen, and after 3 seconds, the bid goes through. So I guess you have 3 seconds to correct a problem. Danny says, 0 misclicks in 4 days of play. We've seen a handful in this event, but I mean, it wasn't a ton. There was the one way back when Brad Moss misclicked a card and immediately called the director, and they got it rolled back. I think we've seen 1 or 2 bids before this that there was an error that happened, and then they called the director, and then the director tried to adjust things, but generally they just weren't able to roll it back. Well, that's tough for Wolfson, so they just lost, what was it, 9, it was like a game hand, right? At the other table, so 9 imps. The 5-second rule? Yeah, if only there was a 5-second rule for taking back bids. Well, 2 passes go around to Mextroth. He opens a heart in 3rd seat. 6-4, bid 1 more. presents East with a bit of a problem. I think most players would overcall no trump. Okay, so it does look like there's some sort of customization available. Then again, maybe not everyone is as comfortable with technology in this event. So I think it's very possible that Mexstroth might just be one of those people who's like, nah, let me just play the game. See, there we go. Raj, familiar with technology, said the delay started with 3 seconds, but you can reduce it down to 1. I don't know about Mexstroth having an ego. I think he just wants to sit and play bridge. He just enjoys playing bridge. So he's probably just like, what is this tablet nonsense? Okay, yeah, give it to me. I see the cards. I'm just going to click on the ones I want. Okay, there's the no trump overcall. It took a while. So Berkowitz has a penalty double available. Is he going to make it? He does have a doubleton heart, so he has a decent opening lead. He has a maximum passed hand. So there's the penalty double. West should be able to run out to 2 diamonds if they have some sort of system available for that. So redouble, 1 minor or both majors from West. I don't think Mexstroth wants to act anymore. His heart suit has a lot of missing pieces that are probably all on his left on an auction like this, and he has pretty minimum in terms of values. You could bid 2 clubs, I guess. The danger of not acting with North's hand is that this probably ends up just passing out. I mean, not 1-no redoubled, but whatever the opponents get to. Wait, did redouble say 1 minor or both majors? Oh, I just... Hold on. Hold on a second. I just realized how funny that was. What do you mean by both majors, Aaron? Okay. Yep. Well, Mexstroth does decide to bid 2 hearts, and he catches a pretty fortunate lie of the cards. Not only does West have the stiff queen, but his partner has the 9 doubleton, so East hearts are not nearly as good as they could have been. Alright, East worked out what their partner held. It was 1 minor, not both majors. So, King of Diamonds opening lead. Nice, Eric. It's always fun to win imps on a misclick. Probably not good bridge. Mexroth decides to duck this trick, thinking that diamonds are likely to be 5-2. But he would be wrong. Yeah, now what do we do as East? I mean, ace and a heart looks somewhat tempting. Okay, this would not have been my choice. You gotta believe that West had a way to show both minors. Maybe they didn't. I mean, if redouble is one minor or both majors, two clubs is probably clubs in another. Alright, king of spades, pitch a club. Low heart. Ooh, look at that. The queen pops up. 9 of hearts. Okay. Yeah, trying to hit partner who's marked with at most a singleton heart with a singleton spade as well was not going to be an effective plan for East, unfortunately. I mean, also West would definitely have bid a second time with 6-5 in the minors. So even if they had no way to show it directly over a no-trump double, West would have bid 2-no over 2 hearts. Playing mech for 5 hearts on this bidding? I don't know what East was playing for. East might have just been playing, I'm end-played and I need to find a card to get out of my hand. Alright, another spade, pitch another club. So East is now just going to get a club in the 10 of hearts. This will be 2 hearts making 2. So 2 imps going back the way of Wolfson. East-West got to 2-no in the other room. That feels like a lot of no-trump. There might not have been much East could have done after the King of Diamonds got ducked. With Diamond 6-1, there's no way to kill that Ace of Diamonds entry, so Declare could just lead the Jack of Spades at some point. And I think Declare's club spots were just good enough that they could mostly pick off East club holding for just a couple losers, but maybe not. North might have opened 2 hearts, then East bid 2-no. I guess that's possible. Yeah, North did have a 6-card heart suit. Alright. Couple imps going the way of Wolfson, so Wolfson ends the segment 39-36, up by 3. We got 35 minutes to go until the next segment starts, so these guys played relatively fast. Let's look at the scorecard. 14 imps on this board, getting to 6 clubs East-West on this one. West had kind of a nice read on the auction after the spade overcall and the 3-club bid. Decided to place partner with a singleton spade, sometimes dangerous, but bids key card for no trump. 5 diamonds, asking for kings, looking for a grand slam. They get all the way up to 6 clubs, nothing to the play. In the other room, East did not open the hand with short spades. Pass, a club by West, a diamond overcall, East bid a heart, 1 spade by South, 2 clubs by West, showing the 6-card suit, and so now East knows that they have big club fit. 2 spades by North, but Garner, rather than going through key card, ends up just signing off in 5 clubs, and then respecting a penalty double from his partner. So, that wasn't great. Hey Matt, thanks so much for the raid. Hopefully you had a good stream. We are at the break between the first and second segments of play in the USA2 Open Finals. East as a passed hand might have just bid 4 spades over 2 spades rather than 5 clubs. Yeah, you could definitely splinter in spades. That would make things pretty easy. West knowing about partners long clubs makes evaluation easier. I mean, West is the one looking at the heart control. That's the only thing that East need to worry about, is the heart control. I mean, I also think over the 5 diamond bid, you know about the diamond shortness. Again, dangerous to make that assumption, but can the opponents really be bidding up to 5 diamonds on a hand like this? They've already found a spade fit, so South has to have longer diamonds than their spade fit. Well, that was a big 14-imp swing early on, but 11 imps came directly back on the next board. 2 spades by Wolfson. I like it. 3 heart overcall, 4 hearts by Garner, 5 hearts, pass, 5 spades. And this just went down 1, whereas in the other room, North-South were allowed to play 4 hearts. A heart, 2 diamond overcall, 2 no trump, pass 4 hearts. East probably should take a second call, but he doesn't. So that was 11 imps back. But man, the big one, 7 spades, down 1. We'll look at the pass-out board from the other room. So at this table, 3 passes around to a heart, 2 clubs Drury, 2 diamonds showing a little bit something, 14 count, 2 no, 3 no, so they get to 3 no trump instead of 4 hearts. And that looks like an excellent decision. So this may well have already been a swing going the way of Rosenthal. It's not so obvious that you should be getting to 3 no trump on these North-South hands, but they get there, and I assume that there's not much to the play. Yeah, I was talking about misclick because it went all pass at the 1 table. Yeah, spade opening lead, but it's too slow. Declare can knock out the ace-king of diamonds before you knock out the ace-king queen of spades. So diamond to the queen, you're protected in the club suit as well. Declare just has 9 tricks. 3 no trump bid and made. I don't know where they would have ended up if they had opened Mextroth's hand, but that feels like a pretty good result for Rosenthal anyway. And then, of course, there was the 17 imps on getting to 7 spades, which had very little play. I mean, 3 clubs, but without that, clubs did not split, so there's no way to pitch all your heart losers. Yeah, they might have lost 10 instead of 9. It could be a 1 imp swing in the form of a misclick. Some pretty large swings, though, back and forth on the set. 14, 11, 10, 17. But Wolfson up by 3. Let's check in on the women's while we have some time. So currently the scores stand as follows. Baker is plus 59, Zhang is plus 23, and Lewis is at minus 82. I don't think anyone's all that surprised by these results, but Zhang and Baker might have a fight to see who ends up getting the win overall. So few kibitzers on Real Bridge. Looks like the most kibitzers are at this table. We'll hang out here for a minute. I'm pretty sure that we're sending 2 teams from every event. Let me just take a look. See if I can figure out how this actually works. Yeah, it wouldn't matter other than bragging rights. It looks like yes. I'm just looking at past years, and in the past years, we've sent 2 US teams to the Venice Cup. So it is just 1 and 2, which you still have to play the event, but I don't think anyone's surprised that it's going to Zhang and Baker. Based on the team rosters, at least. I wonder if there might even have been a requirement to have some sort of knockout. I mean, not knockout, but like some sort of event so that not every team qualified, because there might be like some questions from the higher ups if we just had an event and 2 teams entered and both of them qualified. Like in theory we could then send anyone, so having some sort of like playoff so that at least 1 team loses makes it feel as if like the teams that win deserve to go. I mean, I think both these teams would deserve to go for the women's event, the Zhang team and the Baker team. But it's still, optically, it looks a little bit better, I think, to have someone lose out on their ability to win. So it's like, yeah, they earn the right to go by playing in the US trials. Yeah, we're back on the B-movie site, just for the time being. Wait, how is Janice in the chat and also playing? Wait a second. Is there something wrong with this? It's probably not Janice. Is she in the list of kibitzers? No? Okay. I don't know what happened here. This is really weird. It's not actually I mean, it probably isn't. Yeah, that would make sense. But that's just, I mean, why would you name yourself Janice Molson? You can make your name anything. I mean, in fact, literally anything. There's no constraints on the programming language about what you can name yourself either. It's also possible it's like a long delay. Yeah. That's true. There is a very, very long delay. I think we saw yesterday the delay was like 2 hours or something for the final segment. So I think we got about 25 minutes until the next set starts for the Open. Let me just try and confirm that. I mean, something like that. Oh, there is the Empire Strikes Back junior something, the junior fundraiser. We could look at some of those boards. The Star Wars tournament. They didn't even sort the results page by percentage. The results page is just like completely unsorted. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's sorted by overall. Okay, I figured it out. Oh my god, no. Still works, lol. That's true. Still works. How long would it take to read through this entire script on stream? Could I do a dramatic reading? No one does expect the Spanish Inquisition. Not even the Spaniards themselves. I believe I am fortunately protected from this because the text-to-speech thing that I have really only allows you to do like some number of characters and then it gets cut off. You could probably, figure out the character length limit and then do the text-to-speech like in order. And we could get the AI robot voice reading out the entire B-movie on stream. I don't know if I should be suggesting this. Probably not. Okay, you know what? Everyone just scratch what you heard. There's no way for you to get this read out on stream. You don't have the women's team championships in Latvia, Eric says. Do you have a team for, like, the World Championships? Or, well, you guys didn't qualify, right? For the Bermuda Bowl?
Wait, I didn't hear anything before. Everyone just scratch what you heard. Did I miss something?
No, Shift. You definitely didn't miss anything. Definitely don't go back and check the VOD. Oh my god, what is this? What is this one? Ulysses by James Joyce. Oh, next year the European Championships are in Latvia. Yeah, you should have a team in every category as the host country. I think it's just hard to justify it if you don't have funding, right? Even if you have a team that's worthy of competing in the event, if they don't get funding, they probably have to make a choice between whether or not they want to compete and whether or not they want to, like, I don't know, use their vacation days at work for something else. going on a nice vacation with their family. Wait, what is this? I just started reading. I probably... Hold on. How do we censor this? Alright. There we go. The best women for your country generally play in the mixed events and often don't want to play in the women's events. I think that's somewhat common. I think a lot of the female-female partnerships in the US also prefer to play in the mixed events. If only there was a way to change your website so that people couldn't spam the chat or put in enormously long usernames. But I guess there's no way to get around that. A few months ago, there was an open training with the national team coach. The intention was to start preparing the women's team for Champions Cup and also select pairs for the Small Federations Cup. And in total, only one player signed up. Two signed up, but the other was mixed. I see. Now you got 2 female players signed up for the team, still like 2 weeks until sign up ends. There's more that want to play. Yeah, the sign up stage for the USBCs ended a while before the tournament started. Like, sign-ups have been closed for a long time. And the seniors doesn't even start for another couple weeks. But I think, like, once they got to 16 teams for the Open, they just decided to instantly cancel all sign-ups after that. Probably because they just didn't want it to take up more time than it already was. And then similarly, like, the women's sign-ups were closed for a while. The mixed was closed for a while. Roram said, if there had been more than 16, there would have been a brief online pre-trial. Yeah, maybe that's an okay way to do it. I mean, again, back in my day, we would all go, like all 20 teams, and show up and play, and there would be a giant round robin for 2 days before the knockout stages even started. And then we would play full 2-day knockouts of 120 boards or 128 boards or whatever it was each. But the kids these days, like Mexstroth and Wolfson and Garner, they're just not as hardened as we were back when I was a youth. So they can't handle it, playing that 2-day extra knockout at the start to cut down to 16 teams and then play a full tournament. Yeah, that's right. BZL knows too. We had to walk uphill both ways from the playing site in the snow. I mean, there's definitely security concerns about playing an online qualifier. But I don't think there's any way around it if they don't have the extra 2 days available. Yeah, I'm sure it's just the cost, the expenditure of renting the place for an extra 2 days for the tournament. Got like 15 minutes to go until the next set starts. Probably watch the other room this time, not the Silverstein-Rosenthal partnership. So I guess if Wolfson's still in and doesn't want to play up against Aaron and Andrew, we'll be at their table. Just let old wise men like Rob pick the team. Yeah. One day. I mean, there's definitely a reason to cheat in the online qualifiers. There are a lot of reasons to cheat even if you're not going to win an event and even if you're not being hired currently, because if you and your partner can cheat to make yourself look better, then you could get hired in the future. So even if there's not direct monetary compensation immediately for cheating, you can, like, if you do it and you get through the online qualifier, and even if in the online qualifier you end up like beating Nickel or something in your match, and then you show up and get destroyed live on VuGraph, no one's going to care. People are just going to, you can just be like, yeah, we made it through the online qualifier and we beat Nickel. Like, this is our claim to fame, so you should hire us. Would it look good? I mean, well, you say that it would be a major red flag, but that's not really how people think about it. People look at results, and if you have a good result and then you have a bad result, then people are just like, okay, like, they're decent. Like, they're not going to just crush everyone, but like they had one good result and they had a bad result, so like these guys clearly know what they're doing. I think that people who get knocked out of the qualifier and turn up in the bottom four, like let's say 20 teams showed up and we had to cut down to 16 teams, if you finish in those last 4 spots of the qualifier, no one would ever remember who you were. I don't think anyone would even cover the qualifier. So those people just wouldn't have their names on screen at all. Whereas if you show up playing in one of these events on VuGraph, people will remember you. And as One Under Trick Wonder says, cheating tends to be irrational. I mean, they do it for a rational reason, but when you step back and think about it, a lot of it seems pretty irrational. Yeah, the 900 elos cheating. The Dr. Lupo scandal. You had a funny case in Trackmania where the dude opened Cheat Engine on stream. Didn't think anything was wrong. I do follow, I mean, one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube is all of these cheating scandals. So even though I've never touched a racing game in my life other than like Mario Kart, I do follow Virtual from Trackmania. I think that he has a very sexy Norwegian accent, and I think his channel's pretty cool. Trackmania is still a thing. Oh yeah, it's alive and thriving. They had a giant Red Bull sponsorship for a tournament like a few months back. A lot of cheaters are really dumb. But there's also quite a few cheaters that go to great lengths to try and, rather than like spending the time to try and learn how to get better at the game, they spend a lot of time trying to learn how to get better at cheating. And it's like, it feels like a weird trade-off, because you could just put in the effort to actually become good at the game, instead of putting in the effort to become good at a different thing, where if you're found, like, if you try to get good at the game and put in the time and effort and you're a decent player, you're probably going to be okay. If you're a cheater and you spend time and effort to get good at the game and you get found out, like, it's really bad. Yeah, the whole Riolu thing. I mean, there's a lot of people who just have egos that can't stand to look bad in front of an audience. Like, especially if you do it once and like upload a thing, there's this thing called a social media narcissist, where it's like someone who's a narcissist but might not have all the characteristic traits, but they're like very obsessed with trying to look good in the public eye to a bunch of like random online strangers. And so like, let's say you're a nobody and you do this one thing, you cheat some world record time in a video game or something like that, and you post it on YouTube and you instantly get like 150,000 views. Some people might be like, oh, I'm sorry guys, like I was just doing this for fun, like I actually used tools and to try and get the record. But I think a lot of people would just be like, wow, that's cool, I'm just going to continue doing this and continue to get more and more views. And so then they try and cover up the fact that it's cheated, because whether or not they came in with that intention, they eventually realize that they're going to lose all their fans if they come out as a cheat. So the Riolu thing was sad. He was a really good player even without cheating. I mean, that's generally the case, right? That cheaters tend to be good players in a game who do not want to put in the time or effort to get really good. They, at some point, like, the learning rate declines, as it does for everyone. Like, once you get near the top of a game, it's a lot harder to improve. Like, it's really hard. I don't know if anyone has, like, ever grinded for, like, rank 1 on a leaderboard in some big game, like Magic the Gathering Arena or Hearthstone or whatever. Like, I've done that in the past when I played Hearthstone, and I would have, like, I would win, like, 5 games in a row being at rank 2, and I would still be at rank 2 on the leaderboard. Like, it's just really hard to get from rank 2 to rank 1. It's really hard to get from rank 10 to rank 9 on a leaderboard. So, really strong players that want to gain that small extra edge will sometimes cheat. You got Legend? That's really good. Legend in Hearthstone is a really impressive ranking. I think it took me like a couple of months to get there once I started playing competitively. I think a big problem is that cheaters could, if they put in the same amount of effort that they did into cheating, into improving their ability to play in an acceptable way, then they probably could be better at the game than they actually were. Fischer spent all of his time trying to perfect their strategy for cheating. So Lotan Fischer, who I played against a lot, I played against Fischer an enormous amount. I don't know if I ever played him in a long like Spin Gold or Vanderbilt match, but I played a lot of pairs games against him. I played a number of like Swiss teams against him at NABCs, and he was fine. Everyone says that like he was a world-class player. He had talent, but there's a difference between having talent and being a world-class player. You actually have to work, right? Just having talent isn't good enough. Schiff says, having been rank 1 in Hearthstone, like, that's really impressive. I never hit rank 1. I never, ever got rank 1 on the leaderboards in Hearthstone. But rank 1 legend, that is. And I probably came, like, before your time, is my guess. I was playing back when it first came out, when there were far fewer players. You know, there are only, like, 3,000 legend players in the entire server. Now I have to imagine there's probably like 50,000 or something. But yeah, a lot of the cheaters just like really don't want to spend the time. Who do I think one of the world-class players is that has worked the hardest at the game? I think all of them work really hard. I mean, just because I don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening, and I have to imagine that, like, you know, Klukovsky and Kalita work really hard. I have to imagine that Versace and Cemento work really hard. All of these guys, like Zio, works really hard. But from what I have seen, because I have seen physically, like, the way that Kranyak and Demoy work, and I was... I mean, in the past, I would, like, hang out with them while they were doing their online bidding practice. Like, I know that they put in an enormous amount of effort into partnership and system. But, like, I think that happens for everyone. I know that Levin and Weinstein also do that as well. So I have to imagine that this isn't just unique to those two partnerships that I've observed do this. This has to be for every single, you know, high-level, top-class partnership. Like, I strongly believe that Kaplan and Kolesnik put in an enormous amount of work prior to the trials, because they came in and they were just like, we want to actually try and win this thing, so let's do it. I think we're about to get started for the next set. Danny says Brink and Driver put in a lot of effort. I would believe that. Oh, we collected them all at one table. So let's head to the other room. We got Zia and Michael Camel, and Grossack and Rosenberg in this room. I don't know if Kaplan and Kolesnik played on the same team before, or played together before. But there's a difference between, like, getting a 100-page document and reading it over, like, the week before the event and having a couple of conversations with your partner, and actually putting in time and effort to practicing. They played with Platnik, Rosenberg, and Memphis. Aha. So that's probably how these things started. They played in Memphis, they had a good time playing together, and then they decided to form a team for the trials. Zia and Michael are sitting in different rooms, yeah. Alright, a spade from Michael. 2 spades from Zach. Double as a passed hand from Zia. Cowardly to not open the 9 count in first seat. 4 spades from Michael, I guess. 4 spades. I'm now more confident about the bid than I was a couple seconds ago. Rorm says 2 spades looks normal. 1 note was chosen at the other table. Yeah, we don't talk about the other room. Anything could be happening over there. There's both of the sponsors are sitting in at the other table. Danny says 2 aces is a slam. You gotta bid more. Yeah. So what do we want to do? 4 clubs? Is that the plan? I mean, it's... Spades could be 3-0. Given the takeout double. So you might need a little bit more than 2 aces, but yeah, maybe you're right. Alright, Michael's decided to bid 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds is a sensible choice. This is like a natural-ish game try. Ankur asks, redouble. I mean, redouble is very tempting at these colors, but I don't think it's very tempting with the north hand. Because, let's say the opponents get to 3 clubs or 3 hearts. Are we really looking to go after a penalty? Redoubles generally are not oriented at, like, offense. They're oriented at penalizing the opponents in these spots. It's like, oh, West has made an error coming into this auction. I have, you know, a balanced 18 count or something that I've opened a spade. That's the type of hand that I think would start with redouble. Here you have a lot of shape, not as much defense. I don't know, I feel like we didn't get any information from our auction, right? We decided to bid 3 diamonds. We were planning to bid 4 spades over a 3-spade sign-off. Partner jumped to 4 spades. I know they didn't Q-bid on the way, but should we be taking another call in case partner has the 2-ace hand? Unclear. Maybe it's just hard to get to slam on these cards if partner has the perfect hand. Alright, club up with the ace, pull a few rounds of trumps, knock out the diamond ace, lead a heart up. This will be 11 tricks. EPL says likely the takeout double killed any slam hopes. Well, not for Danny. Danny's looking for slam. I mean, we might just pull 3 trumps and lead a heart up immediately. Get the hand over with. We know where the ace of hearts is on this auction. He bid 3 diamonds for when Zach had 0 points, but Zach would go through no trump with a bad hand. Zach wouldn't bid 2 spades. I don't think... I don't think that Michael was planning to pass a 3-spade sign-off. So the auction, 3 diamonds, 3 spades, 4 spades would be a slam try by North. Or, I mean, you know, like, it would essentially show a slam try. South might never really move over it, depending on South's hand, but that would be the idea. Because otherwise North could just bid 4 spades over the double. heart to the king. Ankur says, what would redouble followed by 3 spades be? I mean, the thing is, when we redouble, assuming it suggests penalizing the opponents are going to bid something. So if we then bid 3 spades, it probably means we aren't interested in penalizing that suit. It's like, let's say North had 6-3-3-1 in shape, and decided to redouble, right? Planning to penalize either diamonds or hearts, but then they bid 3 clubs and it comes pass to us. Now we bid 3 spades. I think that's kind of what that sequence would show. So I don't think North really should be redoubling with that hand. Redouble, you want to think of as like, we're trying to get the opponents because they've stepped in doo-doo. One spade from Michael. Thurs says, maybe we can predict potential cheaters from personality. Not all, but maybe 80%. See, this is where you're getting into dangerous territory. I think it's a big problem if you get a lot of false positives. This is why, for example, the Edgar Association has essentially got to a position where they are getting, not 0, but like 0.00001% false positives. They've fine-tuned their machine so that no one is going to get accused unless they are demonstrably guilty. So, have we had a false positive yet from Edgar? I think the answer is no. Although, everyone denies that they've been cheating when they get accused by Edgar. So, but yeah, I think... Oh my god, yeah, we do have a double from Michael. Hold on. Let's go back to the hand. A spade passed 2 spades. Michael, as a passed hand, has decided, now is my time. I'm coming into this auction. Double. Wow. See, now this would be a redouble, right? I mean, I understand Camel's decision to bid 4 spades, but, this is the type of hand that we might want to redouble with. This stuff in every suit, if partner could double hearts or diamonds, then we're okay. I mean, obviously, if partner could double clubs, we're pretty happy. I'm just wondering if there's a way to get Zach to Q-bid. I think Michael tried. Maybe his idea was, if partner does have the 2 aces, then partner might sometimes Q-bid over 3 diamonds to show a really good hand, and then we can get there. I don't think there's any way to force partner to Q-bid in an auction like this, but you can mess around. I think be careful with messing around, especially if you and your partner are kind of on the same page about what specific bids mean, like a redouble, which is generally to penalize the opponents. You don't want to start with that and then take a different bid and force your partner to figure out what you're doing. Having agreements is good, but also making sure that you don't put unnecessary pressure on your partner is also good. 3-no non-serious. You could play it that way. I think 3-no natural in these auctions is probably helpful, though, to have available, as an offered play. Because sometimes 3-no just is your last making spot. You have 9 quick tricks and that's it. Heart lead against 4 spades. So what do we do as Michael? We win the opening lead and we try the spade queen. if that wins, then we can go unblock the other heart, spade jack. Maybe that's no good. Will says concede a club. I mean, I think we just win, like, opening lead, queen of... there's probably a lot of different lines of play that are pretty good. Queen of... Uh-oh. I hope stream didn't die. I hope my internet didn't die. It looks like we're having problems. Wow, queen of spades concede a club. Hopefully I'm still live. Apologies if things have died. I'm back. Okay. Sorry, apparently things died and I came back, which is at least okay news. Twitch chat, am I back? Let me pull this up on my end so that I can figure out. Apparently YouTube is fine. Good to know. Yeah. Okay, is there actually no sound? Twitch is telling me sound died. This happens every time. Alright, sorry everyone. Looks like I'm going to have to restart the stream. We will be back in just a second.